Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's carry on talk about Mars. And I say carry on because I made a previous video about Mars where I explain how to find Mars in the natal chart, what Mars represents in our natal chart. It's important to know where you have your Mars placed because that way you can know the way you act, what type of jobs are better for you. So if you didn't watch the first video, go back and watch. In this video, we are going to carry on with the signs and we are going to talk about Mars in Cancer, Mars in Leo, and Mars in Virgo. Let's go. Mars in Cancer. I'm going to start by saying that Mars in Cancer is not one of the best placements for Mars. That doesn't mean there is something wrong with you. It's nothing like that. But some signs are kind of better placed, so their energies match better with Mars than the Cancer sign. Because Mars, it's all about action, doing things, that power, that courage, that will to go and do things. It's like the warrior energy. And Cancer is the opposite of this. Cancer is a soft energy, it represents the mom, has the moon as its ruler, so it's more of an introspective energy, a more calm, more caring energy. So if you have Mars in Cancer, you will notice that sometimes they conflict a bit because someone with Mars in Cancer, for them to act, they need to feel emotionally stable. A person with Mars in Cancer, if they don't feel emotionally stable, they can't act, they can't do things. They don't feel enough power in them, enough strength to do the things. So if you feel that, if you have Mars in Cancer, and you feel that lack of motivation, lack of willpower and strength, you need to take care of your moon placement. So translating this, you need to sort out your internal issues that deal with the moon. So the mom relationship, the relationship that you have with women around you, the relationship you have with your emotions. Do you block your emotions or do you let it flow? So remember that is a Mars that will depend on how you feel. So for you to do something in your life, you need to be stable and you need to feel confident and emotionally stable to do it. People with Mars in Cancer, they can change their mood very suddenly, and also they can have a bit of difficulty affirming themselves to the world. Mars in Cancer gives two options normally, or is people that have difficulty in affirming themselves to the world, or is people that because they have that internal difficulty of affirming themselves, they kind of try to hit the weakest and submit themselves to the strongest. You know that example that is the boss argues with the employee, that is the dad of a child. This person argues with their child and then the child is going to argue with the dog. So it's a person that, I'm not saying that is a rule, okay, because we are many people in the world, so these placements, they are different to everyone, but sometimes it can happen this. Some people with this placement, as they have that internal difficulty, they kind of do that. They try to put a strong mask to show themselves to the world. These people can also have a bit of an aggressive childhood environment, or a bit of competition in the childhood. There is always a bit of Mars, that is that power, competition, strength in their childhood. But people with Mars in Cancer, normally they need professions where it's more calm environments and it can be something related with the house. So DIY, or work in a care home, or being a nan, or working with children, or being a cleaner. So it's good to work with things that are related to the house, or at least things that are more soft, more nice, has more the caring energy, because Cancer is the caring. And if Mars is the action planet, so with this placement, people would be better off as working with someone else, or take care of someone else, or take care of children. It's a bit more of a relaxed environment, and these people at work, they can't feel emotionally confronted all the time or emotionally unstable. If you know someone with Mars in Cancer, or if you have someone close to you with Mars in Cancer, bear this in mind. If they feel threatened, they won't act, or they won't do the things, because they need to feel emotionally stable to act in the world. Mars in Leo. Mars in Leo is a very kind of glamorous and chic Mars. They like people with Mars in Leo. They like to be recognized, and they kind of need to be recognized, like what they do. Imagine they do something to someone and they're like, did you like it? Or they like a feedback, an opinion back. If they are in an environment where they don't feel recognized, it's very hard for them to carry on being on that environment, or at least have like willpower and strength to carry on in that environment. It's a very generous Mars, but people with this placement, they like to be recognized. They like to know that what they did was seen by someone, was appreciated by someone, because for them to feel alive, they kind of need the people to acknowledge them. It's a bit of a Mars that likes to be the center of attention. It's a very creative Mars. It's very good for sports. It's good to act. It's good to create. It's good for entertainment, but depends a lot in the recognition of others. In the negative side, it can become a bit selfish. It can be people that only look at their benefits, but that's the bad side of it. If you have Mars in Leo, I would advise to choose professions where there is glamour or creativity or sports, or even a makeup artist in a glamorous runaway, anything that is surrounded by glamour. It doesn't need to be something big. You can work from home, but imagine you work with creativity, you do creative videos. It needs to be something creative, active. If you have Mars in Leo, try not to choose a profession or an environment that no one recognizes you, that no one really cares if you did good or bad, that there is no change, that there is no space for you to be creative, because that way you are not using your energies as you should. So Mars in Leo is glamour. The show lives for the entertainment, for the show. So you have that energy in you. Even if it's like working in a cafe shop, but you act like that. Take that good thing inside of you and be even fun to your clients, and be the center of attention of the show, and you will feel good with it. And then Mars in Virgo. People with Mars in Virgo, they have a lot of attention for the detail, for the organization, for the discipline. This Mars is very good for professions that need to be aware of the little detail, like surgeons or nurses, anything that requires technique and patience and organization. It's a Mars that likes to serve people, but is also a very discreet Mars. Is those type of people that they work and then they have a bit of difficulty to say how much is their work. They are very good with discipline. They kind of like to have things organized. I have Mars in Virgo, and one of the things that I like the most is to have my calendar and kind of tick out what I did. If I have a calendar, Google Calendar, and then I go there and like, done. For me it's a pleasure. So some people, they feel motivated because As Mars in Leo, they are going to be the center of the show. They are going to do a video and they are going to appear in the video. People with Mars in Virgo, it's more about like complete the tasks. It's more about organization. It's more about looking at things and they are done as they compromise themselves to do it. So if Mars in Virgo as a list, one of the best pleasures will be end of the day and the list is done, is ticked, everything is done. And they are very aware to the details. They can become upset by the little details, and this is true. I'll tell you an example that happened with me. Imagine if I just made the bed and someone goes and sits on the bed. You know, I try to control myself, but I'm like, I just made the bed. Can you please, at least when you get up, can you please straight, make sure it's straight? Thank you. The other day I fold some clothes and then my partner lift up the clothes, took something out and then put the clothes back again. And I noticed the towel that was in between when he lifted up and put it back, it was like a bit like was folded. And I was like, I just fold the towel. He already knows because I tell him I have Mars in Virgo. So he already knows. But I said, I just fold the towel. Can you please lift it up, fold the towel and put it nicely? This is very, very, very Virgo energy. So my advice for people with Mars in Virgo is don't get too freaked out if people do things out of the order that you would like to. Don't get addicted to organization, but also get or work in environments that you can have your own organization and you can do things at your own pace and your own rhythm, and you can do your list, and taking the list depends on you because you need that for this energy. And people with Mars in Virgo, they are very good to organize things. So if you are kind of a boss, a CEO, and you are hiring someone, take a look at their Mars and you're going to see how is the way of working of that person. And there is no right or wrong way of acting, because imagine for professions that need organization and detail and technique, maybe a Mars in Virgo will be better. But maybe for professions that they need power, strong action, like the army, maybe a Mars in Aries, it's better. So this is just for you to understand, and this is like an extra tool that you can have to see if the person that you are hiring is good for that position or not. I think I said before that Mars in a woman's natal chart represents the type of men that they are attracted to. So a woman with Mars in Virgo can't really be in a relationship with someone that doesn't take care of themselves, is not very hygienic, or is not organized, or doesn't smell nice. Those things are important for people with Mars in Virgo. People with Mars in Leo, maybe they like men that are more glamorous, more kind of a Brad Pitt charming style. Women with the Mars in Cancer normally like those type of men, that they are very homely, that they know they are going to be good fathers for their children. So if you have Mars in Virgo, going back to the professions, don't choose environments that don't fit with your energy. Don't be in environments that everything is very unorganized, or that you can't do the things as you feel the need to do. So it's good to work maybe as a nurse, as a doctor. It's good to serve other people. It's also good to cleaning. It's good for those organization skills, like imagine going to someone's house and to kind of organize all of their clothes, fold very nicely, put everything organized. It's very good for those type of professions. Well, let me know what Mars you have here on the comments, and in the next video we are going to talk about the next 3 signs, that is Libra, Scorpio and Sagittarius. I'll see you then.